Hello everyone. Welcome to the lecture for the course Applied Thermodynamics. Today we will continue with the reaction turbines under steam turbines. Myself Sumit Baldia, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, etc. In this lecture, we will see the condition for maximum efficiency in the reaction turbines. Then we will see the various turbine efficiencies, and then we'll solve some problems on the reaction turbines. We'll solve two problems on it. Okay, so we'll go with the condition for maximum efficiency. Now the condition for maximum efficiency is derived by making some assumptions, like first assumption is the degree of reaction is 50%, that we need to consider here. And the moving and fixed blades are symmetrical. Okay, so symmetrical means CR0 equal to CR1, that we need to remember. And the third assumption is the velocity of steam at exit from the preceding stage is the same as the velocity of steam at the entrance to the succeeding stage. So that we need to consider here. The velocity of steam at exit for the preceding is same as for the succeeding stage at the entrance. Now here from figure, velocity diagram for a reaction turbine. Work done per kg of steam, that we know W equal to CBL CW1 plus CWO. So that will be the work done per kg of steam. Now we will rewrite as CBL multiplied by CWN is nothing but C1 cos alpha. Okay, C1 cos alpha is nothing but CWN plus CW will be CR0 cos phi minus CBL. Okay, so that will be CW. Now as per assumptions, the blades are symmetrical. Moving and fixed blades are symmetrical, so phi equal to alpha and CR is equal to CR1. Now substituting here, we will get CBL W equal to CBL to C1 cos alpha minus CBL. Now by substituting here alpha in case of phi, so CR0 equal to C1, so it will become C1 cos alpha minus CBL. So we'll multiply and divide by C1 square here. So that will be W equal to C1 square. CBL we are taking inside, 2 CBL C1 cos alpha divided by C1 square minus CBL square upon C1 square. Okay. So ultimately we are getting C1 square equal to 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. Okay. So what is CBL upon C1 is nothing but rho. Okay, here it is written CBL upon C1. Now the kinetic energy supplied to the fixed blade, we know that C1 square by twice G, and similarly for moving blade is nothing but CR0 square minus CR1 square divided by 2. Okay, now total energy supplied will be delta H equal to C1 square by 2 plus KE1 plus KE2, that is delta H. So CR0 square minus CR1 square divided by 2. Now as we know that the symmetrical triangle CR0 equal to C1, so the equation becomes delta H equal to C1 square by 2 plus C1 minus CR1 square divided by 2. Ultimately we are getting the equation C1 square minus CR1 square divided by 2. Now considering the figure delta LMS, so L, M and S, so this triangle, okay, so CR1 square equal to C1 square plus CBL square minus 2C1 CBL cos alpha. Okay, so from this delta LMS we are calculated CR1 square, as we need to substitute here in delta S, so CR1 square will be C1 square plus CBL square minus 2C1 CBL cos alpha. So from velocity diagram we have calculated this value. Now substituting the value of CR1 square in above equation, that in this equation here what we are getting? Delta H equal to C1 square minus C1 square plus CBL square minus 2 C1 CBL cos alpha, that is divided by 2. By simplifying this equation, we are getting C1 square by 2, 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. So that is delta H, total energy supplied to the stage. Delta H. Now the blade efficiency we need to calculate. The blade efficiency of a reaction turbine is given by W upon delta E, work done divided by total energy supplied, that will be the efficiency of blade. Okay. Now substitute the value of W and delta H we have calculated earlier in efficiency equation. So we will get C1 square 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square divided by C1 square by 2 plus 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. Now C1 get cancelled, C1 square get cancelled. We are getting 2 will come into numerator, that is 2 multiplied by 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square divided by 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. We can rewrite the equation as 2 rho 2 cos alpha minus rho divided by 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. Okay, again we are going to simplify here. 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square minus 2 divided by 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. So ultimately we are getting 2 minus 2 upon 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square. Now the efficiency, blade efficiency becomes maximum when the value of 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus rho square becomes maximum, as it is in denominator. Okay. Now we need to maximize it, condition for maximum efficiency. So derive that equation, derive that term, that is d by d rho plus 1 plus 2 rho cos alpha minus square, and equating it to 0 for getting the maximum value. So 2 cos alpha minus 2 rho equal to 0, rho equal to cos alpha. Now by substituting the value of rho in the above equation, the value of maximum efficiency will be 2 minus upon 2 upon 1 plus 2 cos square alpha minus cos square alpha. So ultimately we are getting here 2 cos square alpha divided by 1 plus cos square alpha. So at this we are getting the maximum efficiency. Okay. Now the next slide is about the various turbine efficiencies. We will see one by one, which is calculated by using the terms, so that it can be easy for power plant to understand and design properly the equipments which are used for power plants. First one is blade or diagram efficiency, that is NDL. It is the ratio of work done on the blade per second to the energy entering the blade per second, that we are already seen. Second is stage efficiency, that is Young stage, eta stage. Now the stage efficiency covers all the losses in the nozzles, blades, diaphragms and disc that are associated with that stage. So it is very much important. Efficiency of stage will be net work done on the shaft per stage per kg of steam flowing to the adiabatic heat drop per stage. So heat drop per stage, that will be a difference. So net work done on blades minus disc friction and windage, whatever the other parameters will that we need to consider here, to the adiabatic heat drop per stage. So that will be the efficiency, stage efficiency we need to calculate. Then next is internal efficiency, which is equivalent to the stage efficiency when applied to the whole turbine. Here in stage efficiency we are calculating per stage or each stage. Here internal efficiency will be to the whole turbine, which is given by heat converted into useful work in the turbine and total adiabatic heat drop. That will be the internal efficiency. And the last one is overall or turbine efficiency, eta overall. This efficiency covers internal as well as external losses. For example, bearings, steam friction, leakage, radiations, heat losses, all we are considering here. So the equation will be eta overall will be work delivered at the turbine coupling in heat units per kg of steam divided by total adiabatic heat drop. That will be the overall efficiency, or it is also called as turbine efficiency. Next one is the net efficiency or efficiency ratio, eta net. Now it is the ratio of break thermal efficiency to the thermal efficiency on the Rankine cycle. Now what is actual thermal efficiency here? Heat converted into useful work divided by total heat in steam at stop wall minus water heat in exhaust. So that difference will give you the, or that ratio will give you the actual thermal efficiency. Okay, and then again Rankine efficiency, we all know that it is adiabatic heat drop to the total heat in steam at the stop wall minus water heat in the exhaust. Ultimately the net efficiency we are getting as, it get cancelled, that is heat converted into useful work divided by adiabatic, total adiabatic heat drop. So eta net equal to eta overall. Now it is the overall or net efficiency that is meant when the efficiency of turbine is spoken of without qualification. Okay, so that is about the net efficiency or efficiency ratio, or overall we have discussed about the turbine efficiencies. Okay, we'll go with the numericals here. We'll solve two numericals. We'll go with the first. Here first numerical is, the following data refers to a particular stage of Parsons reaction turbine. Now speed of turbine is given, that is 1500 rpm. Mean diameter of rotor is 1 meter. Stage efficiency is given 80%. Blade outlet angle is 20 degree. Speed ratio is 0.7. And we need to calculate the isentropic enthalpy drop in the stage. Isentropic. Okay. Now here the given terms are written here. Mean diameter D, capital D, 1 meter is given. N is given 1500 rpm turbine speed. Blade outlet angle, that is given 20 degree, phi 20 degree. Speed ratio is given, that is rho Cb upon C1 equal to 0.7. Stage efficiency is 80%. So we need to calculate isentropic enthalpy drop. Now before calculating the isentropic enthalpy drop, we need to calculate the stage efficiency, and before that we need to calculate the blade speed. Now what is the blade speed here? Cbl equal to pi dn by 60. By substituting the value of all, d is 1 meter and 1500 n is given, so we are getting Cbl equal to 78.54 meter per second. Now rho is given, that is Cbl upon C1, so 0.7 is given. So from that we are going to calculate C1. Cbl is calculated, that is 78.54 divided by 0.7, that is coming 112.2 meter per second. Here printing mistake is there, 75.54. You can recorrect it. So 112.2 C1 is meter per second is coming. Now next is, we need to calculate stage efficiency. Actually that is given 80%, but that will be used to calculate HD value, that is enthalpy, isentropic enthalpy drop. Okay. Okay. Now, so Parsons turbine is given, so alpha equal to phi. Okay. Now we are going to plot the velocity diagram for it. So Cbl is 78.54, that is plotted. Alpha is given 20 degree. So C1 we have calculated 112.2 meter per second. So by plotting that, we are getting the value of Cwn as 106.5 meter per second and Cw0 is equal to 27 meter per second. Okay. So why that is required? So calculate isentropic enthalpy, HD we need to calculate, and HD it is an equation of stage efficiency. So stage efficiency will be Cbl equal to Cwn plus Cw0 divided by HD. We are interested to calculate HD. So HD will be here. So stage efficiency is 0.8 given, and the terms we have substituted here, and ultimately we are calculating HD as 13.08 kilojoule per kg as an enthalpy drop. Okay, so that is our parameter we need to calculate from this numerical. Okay. Now next we'll go through the next that is second problem, that is in a reaction turbine the fixed blades and moving blades are of same shape but reverse in direction. The angles of receiving tips are 35 degree and of the discharging tip is 20 degree. Now find the power developed per pair of blades for the steam consumption of 2.5 kg per second when the blade speed is 50 meter per second. Now if the heat drop per pair is 10.04 kilojoule per kg, find the efficiency of pair. Okay. Now we'll go with the given terms. The fixed blades and moving blades are of the same shape but reverse in direction. The angles are given. The angles of receiving tip is theta beta equal to 35 degree and discharging tips is alpha phi 20 degree. Steam consumption is given, that is 2.5 kg per second. Blade speed is given, that is 50 meter per second CBL. Heat drop per pair is given, that is HT 10.04. Okay, so we need to calculate the efficiency. Now what is the efficiency equation? That is nothing but work done per kg of steam to the heat drop or HD. Okay, now before that we need to calculate work done or power developed. So power developed per pair of blades we are going to calculate. Okay, now here we are going to draw the velocity diagram. CBL is given, alpha beta all the angles are given. Okay, so from that we are going to calculate the values. Here ns equal to pq equal to 152. Ns, where is ns? Here ns is given, that is Cw 152 meter per second, which is the combination of Cw1 plus Cw0. Okay. Now work done per pair kg of, that is work done, we know that Cw1 plus Cw0 CBL. So 152 we have calculated from the velocity diagram and CBL is already given 50. So it is coming 7600 Newton meter per kg of steam. Okay. Now power developed will be ms Cw1 plus Cw0 CBL upon 1000. So ultimately we are getting the 19 kilowatt as a work done per pair per kg of steam. Okay. Now ultimately we need to find out the efficiency of pair, which is nothing but work done per pair per kg of steam divided by HD. HD is given, that is 10.04 per pair is given. So 7600 divided by 10.04 multiplied by 1000. 1000, that is for equating the unit. So 75.7% is coming the efficiency of the pair. Okay. So that is the second numerical we have solved. So similar kind of numericals are you need to solve here on the reaction turbine. Okay, we will stop here and we are concluded with the reaction turbines. In the next lecture we are going to start the steam condensers. Thank you.